Hi everyone, thanks for visiting the channel and watching this video. Today I wanted to talk about the PS5 I finally got after about a month of active searching, my tips on how to get one, impressions and games I'm currently playing, as well as the future games I'm looking forward to from this year's E3. Timestamps to those sections are in the description below. So before we get into the games, let's talk about the console. It's been almost 7 months since the console's original release date, and it's still hard to get your hands on one. I would guess it's just as hard to pick one up now compared to when it was first released. You'd think it'd be easier now, but the reason for this is that more games like Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, exclusive to the PS5, are starting to come out, increasing the demand. Also, similar to most products, you have an enthusiastic group of first adopters, but the majority of people want to wait for reviews, good word of mouth, or until bugs and kinks are worked out. While things should be picking up, Sony is starting to be more realistic by saying that the console will be hard to find going into next year. Now is probably the best time to buy if you don't want to wait another 6 months. The demand for the console will pick up again before the winter holiday season, and I'm sure the PS5 will be on everyone's wish list even more so than last year. So if you're in the camp of people who's been waiting patiently or impatiently since release, what's the best way to get one? I don't have any secrets, but I can give you some suggestions that help me, and just know that while I can increase your chances, a lot of it is still based on luck. Let's start by getting the obvious ones out of the way. The first is to join Twitter and follow a PS5 restock person, whether that's Matt Swider, Jake Randall, or many of the others. Most times, those Twitter pages will tweet out a day or two before a retailer is likely to have a restock. I don't think you need to watch all the YouTube videos on tips and tricks, and especially wasting your time waiting all day for an unconfirmed drop, but I would recommend looking out for drops from retailers that give a specific time. But if you miss one, you may need to wait a couple weeks for the next confirmed drop until they replenish their stock. Obviously, if you know a retailer like Target, Best Buy, or Sony Direct is dropping, make sure you've created an account, already logged in, and saved your credit card and shipping info. You will still probably need your credit card around for the CVV number on the back, so it's helpful to remember that. The easy part is getting the PS5 into your cart, but checking out is where you're going to have to be quick and persistent. While you can have live streams that have alarms when things go in stock, you'll probably be too late by a few seconds if you're just relying solely on that, which can make all the difference. So get everything set up 5 to 10 minutes before the announced drop time, and as the time gets within a minute or two, start refreshing your page to look for the add cart button to pop or become clickable. While some videos suggest also trying a mobile device, I find that it wastes time if you're trying multiple devices, so unless you have a friend helping you out, just stick to one. One suggestion that really did help from one of Jake Randall's videos is that you shouldn't give up after you see a sold out button. Retailers like Best Buy and Walmart drop consoles in waves, about 10 minutes apart, so expect to keep trying for at least 30 minutes past the original release time, since you're actually more likely to get it later since more people will begin to quit and assume it's out of stock after the first minute or so. And a thing to note is that if you're watching Twitter or a live stream, ignore the people in the chat or the replies. A lot of people will say it's out of stock or tell you to refresh your page just to try to get you out of the queue to improve their own chances. I was able to get my PS5 order through Walmart after failing to secure one through Target and Best Buy weeks earlier. I generally think I have bad luck, so when I finally got my order through, I was anticipating it to be cancelled because it's not uncommon for retailers to oversell the stock they have. But that day I was really lucky, as instead of getting an email saying that my order was cancelled, I got an email 2 days later from Walmart saying that they did oversell their digital consoles, but instead they would be sending the more expensive disc version instead. For a company like Walmart that gets a bad rap, I was definitely skeptical at first, but super excited when I saw it ship earlier than expected and arrive with an upgraded version as they promised. Not only that, it arrived earlier than expected, about a week after it was ordered, and the boxes it came in was in pristine condition. I guess I was expecting something more beat up for the discount I had. I give kudos to Walmart, and next time I'm nearby one of your stores, I'll definitely buy something. Thinking about the two versions of the PS5 console, I know people like myself would prefer the digital version because it's cheaper, but I would definitely recommend the disc version even if you have a PS4, because not only is it going to be cheaper to get the digital version just because it's $100 cheaper, therefore waiting longer to get it, It's also really convenient not having to swap consoles when I want to play a PS4 game that I have a disc for. You'll end up saving money in the long run with used games, games on sale, and things that require a disc drive. For example, if you wanted to upgrade your old Final Fantasy VII Remake copy you already have on the PS4 to the PS5, you'll need the PS5 console with the disc drive. And if you need to purchase the entire game again, that's already another $70 that you would need to spend. However, if money is not a major concern, the disc version will reduce your carbon footprint, and I believe it will be more convenient, or there will be more incentives to get everything digitally in the future. But we're not quite at that point yet for this console generation. I've been playing a variety of games since my PS5 arrived. Generally, I like to play one game at a time, but I went a bit overboard and started a bunch of games just to get a taste of what the console has to offer. What everyone is saying about the console is pretty accurate. It is big and will take up a lot of space, and the hard drive is disappointingly small, but on the upside, I'm really enjoying the faster load times, and particularly the DualSense controller with the rumble features and adaptive triggers. I also purchased the Pulse 3D headphones separately after seeing so many games advertising the 3D audio along with the DualSense's features, but I don't see it as a leap forward in technology like the controller is, and I can't tell much of a difference from the speakers in my decade-old TV or the cheap headphones I was previously using. The audio on all the games sound amazing so far, so you probably don't need to invest too much in new audio equipment just to experience it. But if you are considering it, the headphones are comfortable and it is nice being wireless. But I do still get a bit of a headache after playing for more than an hour at a time. As for the games, I've already begun playing Astro's Playroom, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intermission, Returnal, and the new Ratchet & Clank. Astro's Playroom, while I preferred it with VR, does show off a lot of the features of the PlayStation 5, and the characters and collectibles related to the previous PlayStation consoles and games are charming and really funny. Being a fan of the original Final Fantasy VII and playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, I really love Yuffie as a character, and she's already my favorite other than Red 13, and I can't wait for Cid or Vincent in the future episodes or Part 2.
Your full support. We got this.
Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart looks and feels amazing, and I'm enjoying the new character of Rivet, and it's actually reminding me of Uncharted 4 with amazing action set pieces, with so much going on, making it feel like an epic AAA movie that you're playing.
Gotta hit the flight stabilizer.
But my favorite game so far that I've spent the most time playing is Returnal. I love difficult games, and I've always played games on the higher difficulties when given the chance, so I'm glad that this game is as difficult as I expected it to be. But I didn't expect to be so immersed in the world and story that is unfolding. It feels like a cross between the Aliens, Prometheus movies, incorporating the standard mechanics of roguelike games, similar to Enter the Gungeon, and the fast-paced combat and projectiles that remind me of Nier Automata. I'm addicted to the game with runs lasting more than 2 hours at a time, and I immediately want to start the next one right when I die. I hope to have reviews or some other content for these games on my channel in the near future. Lastly in this video, I also want to talk about the future games from E3 that I'm excited to play this console generation. First is a sequel to one of my favorite games on the PS4, which was the new God of War. While no specific release date is given yet, the first game did such an amazing job pushing the limits of the PS4 that I can't imagine to see what they do with the PS5. My next highly anticipated game is Elden Ring, which finally got a new trailer with gameplay and a release date of January 21st of next year. The two From Software games I've completed, Sekiro and Bloodborne, have me really looking forward to this game.
They will fight.
Lastly is one that is exclusive to the Xbox, but I'm hoping it'll be playable on the PC or made available on the PlayStation later, and I'm talking about The Outer Worlds 2. I'm currently playing through the first one and loving the characters, style, exploration, and humor so far. Since there was no news of the upcoming Elder Scrolls or any Fallout game, this one is one I'm definitely looking forward to. If you've made it to the end, thanks for sticking around. I haven't made much videos lately, and there's a variety of reasons, but one is I'm thinking of what types of videos work best for the channel. I like doing reviews, but since I play well-received games and a while after they're released, I find I'm not adding new or helpful information. Maybe I'll cover more indie, RPG-focused, or guide videos instead to find a niche for the channel. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see, and if you haven't already, leave a like, sub, or watch any of my other videos. Have a great day, and hope to talk to you again soon.